What's good YouTube, Takt before here, and today we're on a new video, okay? Now normally you're like looking at this title and thumbnail, you're thinking, bro, that is not no new video, this is a regular versus battle. No. Normally it's either an in-series versus battle and occasionally a multiverse battle. But a multiverse 2v1 battle? Now that's something I always want to do. And with the semi-recent power scaling debate between Gear 5 Luffy and other anime characters, I always thought, why not have Mario and Sonic fight Gear 5 Luffy? Oh, I feel like there's a reason why there's not many, because Mario and Sonic do have casual, universal, and solar system level feats in base. But it's a good thing I have the nerfed anime versions of them from the glorious series Super Mario Bros. Z. Wait, you don't know what Super Mario Bros. Z is? Well, my new gen millennium friend, Super Mario Bros. Z is just, imagine Mario and Sonic had a baby. Wait, don't imagine that. Imagine Mario and Sonic and Dragon Ball Z had a baby, but in Newgrounds. Oh, that's not really enough for you. Basically, it's legitimately a great action fight series with flash animation, but most of all, they have island and faster than light, you know, feats, basically, just like Luffy. So that would make this fight much more closer than Luffy fighting Mario and Sonic's game versions, or even their comic versions. But if you guys want to see more of this 2v1 versus battles like this, or just want to see more of me, please make sure to give my knife that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment for the algorithm, and let's dive in. Starting off with round 1, we gotta talk about the destructive duo of Mario and Sonic, specifically in the Super Mario Bros. Z verse. If you think of the jumpings in JJK were crazy, wait till you see the absolute devastation they do in Super Mario Bros. Z. However, I will be listing some characters that you may not have a clue who they are. So if you want a better idea of who some of these characters are, please watch the full Super Mario Bros. Z episode length video created by Haynes. It is absolutely amazing and totally worth your time. I'll leave it down in the comment section below. It is gas. But now onto the strength department. We can see in episode 6, Mecha Sonic, which is basically Metal Sonic but with an even greater amp, had 4 Chaos Emeralds to turn himself into Super Semi-Mecha Sonic, which is not fully super. If you know Sonic, they know what I'm talking about. Each Chaos Emerald individually drastically amps the user in both strength and speed, also giving them hacks such as Chaos Control. And an example of this being Yoshi, from getting dog walked from base Mecha Sonic to then speed blitzing and giving Mecha Sonic some early Z's mid-fight. Now back to the strength conversation. During episode 6, we see the Yellow Ranger from the Axum Rangers casually split a mountain in half. However, Mario and Sonic easily scale upward from this, considering that they performed way better and dogged out them pretty easily. And spoiler alert from episode 6, but the Super Mario Bros, even though they were weaker than Semi-Super Mecha Sonic, they still held off on their own and survived, compared to the Axum Rangers who completely just got one shot, let's be honest. By the way, I'm gonna just call Semi-Super Mecha Sonic SS Sonic since it's much easier to pronounce. But when Mario was using his star power-up with a long Sonic beside him, they were able to tap into their super forms temporarily and one-shot Semi-Super Mecha Sonic out of his super form, putting them honestly right above island level, considering that even though he created that with all his power, they just one-shot him immediately. After this, Mecha Sonic in base was able to knock down the same sun that he created in his Semi-Super form back to the island and proceeded to nuke the entire place. Now this obviously means that Mecha Sonic in base honestly should scale up from island level, because even though he created it in his super form, he still had enough power to knock it down in his base form. So that should obviously mean that he was holding back when he created the mini sun and only wanted to destroy the island and not any neighboring island. And since of course this was Mecha Sonic using 4 Chaos Emeralds and not 7, we could scale Mario and Sonic's strength to, since they are eventually going to use 7 Chaos Emeralds and all the powers and stuff like that, we can scale Mario and Sonic to the continental to multi-continental range in strength. Onto speed, and it's pretty safe to assume that both Mario and Sonic are faster than light to massively faster than light, with Mario being able to react to Mecha Sonic point blank, which is the same Mecha Sonic who clashed with Sonic so fast that the entire world stopped moving for 7 seconds, puts Sonic at FTL in base, while Mario at massively hypersonic. And since SS Mechasonic with the 4 Chaos Emeralds was able to completely blitz the entire cast, and right after this we see that Supersonic and Super Mario was able to blitz and one-shot the same Mechasonic, you could bump Mario and Sonic, well, Mario to FTL and Sonic to massively faster than light. Considering that right after they one-shot Mechasonic, Sonic was the one who collected all the Chaos Emeralds. And after Sonic collected the Chaos Emeralds, he was still ready to fight Mechasonic, ready to blast him off, while Mario was just relaxing or something. I don't know. That dude was not there. Onto durability, and we see that the Super Mario Bros. Gang are literal tanks and can scale up to Mechasonic's attacks despite not being able to beat him in both base and semi-super, thus putting Mario and Sonic both in the island to continental range of durability. Now on to the most annoyingest part of this video, the hacks. And since these are video game characters, there's gonna be a lot of hacks, so I'm gonna list these out really fast. Ready, set, go! Mario has the Fire Flower, self-explanatory. The Flying Cape for better strength, speed, mobility, and flight. The Superstar, which gives him invincibility, plus amps on strength and speed, etc. The Tanuki Ears, which gives him flight. And finally, the Hammer Hat, which gives him more versatility in his combat and better defense with his shell. And now onto Sonic's hacks, which we got the Light Speed Dash, self-explanatory honestly, Fire Flower, which he stole from Mario, which is also self-explanatory, and nothing else really. Mario really got a bunch of stuff in his inventory, while Sonic is just straight hands. But you know who also uses straight hands? Their opponent, Monkey D. Luffy. But before we get into all that, we gotta talk about the sponsor for today's video. Ever wanted to light up like Ace? Oh wait, no, not like that. But guess what? Your room can. And not only with Ace, you could do it with Zoro, you could do it with Gojo. So many characters with amazing LED lights and hoodies too. And don't forget the amazing anime beanies here at Anime Express. Top quality anime products from all around the world right at the brink of your fingertips. Make sure to buy some amazing gas quality hoodies, t-shirts, more, all at animeexpress.store. And make sure to use code TAKT10 to get 10% off your order. Who wouldn't want that?
Not me.
Now back to the video. Now for a rubber man himself, his strength is completely beastie. From Dressrosa, we get a flashback of Don Chinjiao. Remember that dude with the pointy head? Yeah, in his earlier days, he split an ice continent.
Damn!
Now hearing this, you would think that Luffy, oh, he's definitely stronger than Don Chinjiao, so he would scale only to continental, right? Nope. Not only does Luffy surpass Don Chinjiao's kid, Sai, who's able to replicate the exact same feat as Don Chinjiao in his prime, but the specific ice within the continent he split was so thick and strong that neither steel nor literal flamethrowers could penetrate it, meaning that the AP of Don Chinjiao's attack must scale higher than continental. Honestly, that is incredible. In my opinion, I think that ice scales to diamonds or something, man, because that's not ice, bro. And not to mention, Luffy gets massively stronger than where he was at Dressrosa, with haki blooms, Ryo, and advanced conquerors haki amping up Luffy's attacks. Oh my god, there's so many. But I'm not really good at exponential math, so I'ma just scale Luffy to a multi-continental / moon level. And yes, people will be like, moon level? Where? Well, let's be honest, the One Piece world is like 3 times bigger than ours, and islands there could be potential small planet, like really small planets. So yeah, I would say it's a fair range to give Luffy moon level. Now onto Luffy's speed, and from pre-time skip, we see that Luffy and the Straw Hats are well into the light speed range, due to Zoro dodging Pacifista lasers, Kuma's air pulses that move at the speed of light. I saw some people in my comments earlier talking about that wasn't the speed of light. Yes, that was. He said it himself. Kuma's not stupid, etc. But Luffy not only dodges 3 of Kizaru's light beams in base, but with Gear 2 being a 10 times multiplier, Gear 4 being a 5 times amp on top of that, it's not a stretch to say that Luffy and Gear 4 Snake Man would be above MFTL. Now for Luffy's durability, I mean, we already know it scales to his attacks, okay? Like, out of everybody in the One Piece verse, Luffy is the person that we've seen the most get beat up before he actually defeats his villains. Okay, like he tanks attacks from every single top tier before being like, okay, I think it's time I surpass you. Okay, we seen it with Eno, Crocodile, we seen it with Lucci, we seen it with even recently Kaido. Like, come on now. So we'll scale him to like multi-continental to moon range. It's pretty obvious. Now for Luffy's hacks, he doesn't really have necessarily a lot of them, but the ones that are really powerful do count. Like, for example, like Mario, he doesn't have an abundant amount like Mario, but with Gear 5, he's able to turn anything into rubber, right? He's able to contextualize even attacks and turn that into something else, even the surrounding area, right? So you could say that, you know, Luffy in general has stronger hacks than, let's say, Mario, while not having as much. He can also use Ryo, which means that he can do internal damage, and with advanced conquerors haki, he doesn't have to touch them at all. In fact, we seen that with Garp, right? Like, he was literally in the sky and used image to basically nuke a town with advanced conquerors haki. I don't think y'all understand how crazy that is. We have not seen a single advanced conquerors haki feat that potent in the entire series. Literally never. Wait, like no devil fruit, no swordsmanship, nothing, just straight haki. That is insane. And Luffy, obviously, seeing that he surpassed Kaido, he would scale up from old Garp, considering that old Garp, I don't think he would beat Kaido, let's be real. If it was prime Garp, yeah, but old Garp, no. Now that we're done with the analysis, it's time for the death battle!
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas. Hands up! Fight back! Fight back!
Tom Holland. Man, what the fuck? Man, I don't want to talk to your bitch. Not my goats, man. Not my goats. I love Mario and Sonic, but this one was just completely unfair. I'm sorry. Now, it's sad to say this for Mario and Sonic, right? But Luffy has consistently shown to be way more powerful than island level and can range to multi-continental and even beyond that, considering that the islands in One Piece just keep on getting bigger, crazier with even crazier climate. And with Oda consistently showing Luffy capable of destroying almost every single island that Luffy goes to, it's hard to say that Luffy doesn't consistently show himself getting stronger, right? Now, I'm not saying that Mario and Sonic don't really get stronger, but in the plot of Super Mario Bros. Z, it doesn't really indicate that, oh yeah, they surpass this level of power. Rather, it's only when the Chaos Emeralds come in contact, that's when they know. And also, we don't really know the full potential. We're again just wanking based off of their feats. And the only island feat that we've seen was from Super Mecha Sonic destroying one island. And that island itself we haven't seen like him consistently destroying islands back to back to back to back. Unless if it's on Sonic's world, but that doesn't count. So yeah. Now for speed, we'll just make it equal, right? Like, come on, Sonic, speed, and also in super form, he gets an amp on top of that. And also we've seen, like, come on now, I don't have to repeat what I already said. And Luffy out here continuously getting multiply faster than light, not only in pre-time skip, but also after time skip with the multipliers and stuff like that. So you could honestly just, for the sake of an argument, I'll put them at equal, alright? However, the difference does come within their hacks. Now, Mario and Sonic's hacks are not bad per se, right? The problem is, none of those hacks are really going to defeat Luffy. I don't see any of those hacks really reflecting any haki base attacks. Now, I'm not saying that they don't contain qualities of having conquerors haki or having any sort of haki, right? I'm just saying that, like, based off the hacks that they give and the personalities that they give during the show, I don't think they would at least have haki that could potentially hurt Luffy, right? And especially at Gear 5, when he takes, even though Kaido had the strongest haki, Luffy was taking him as a joke. So is Luffy being stronger and now just overpowering these two in both strength and durability? What's saying that their hacks will actually do something to Luffy? So in conclusion, Luffy is just way too strong and way too durable, with honestly a little better stamina and obviously better hacks opposed to Mario and Sonic. So in my opinion, I would say that Gear 5 Luffy would take these guys out mid difficulty. Hey there guys, thank you guys so much for reaching the end of this video. You guys don't know how much this means to me, and if you guys want to see more videos like this or want to see more of me, please make sure to give a knife that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment for the algorithm, also follow my Twitter, I'll be chatting there too. I'm Takt that up before, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, before the video ends, here's a quick shout out to mme.484 for figuring out the riddle, at least kind of figuring it out, but you was at least closer than other people. If you want to get featured in other videos like this, just figure out the riddles that I put in my community posts for the videos like this. It's really fun and I kind of wanted to add it. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time.